All right. So we'll go ahead and do the official opening liner. So yes, we are here finally with Mr. Brandan Narrell. Welcome to Thursday evenings on RenegadeRadio.net. Very nice to have you, sir.
It's very nice to be here, and thank you for having me.
Yes,
because,
of course.
I'm very, very honest, as you know, and
Yes.
to everybody out there, I accidentally missed the first two interviews. So
it's
I am
all
very
good. We
thankful.
forgave him a big mea culpa for that, and it's just things happen, and it's all
Yep.
good, and we completely understand. So it's all good. No worries there.
But
No,
you know me, I always tell the truth on everything. So
exactly.
I had to
And
let
of course
the listeners know.
I will admit the night we rescheduled for this, it was, I'm getting a little bit of an
Tornado
echo.
Central.
Yes, it was Tornado Central for me. So it was, we had tornado warnings where I was at, and it was, I was starting to get a little paranoid to the point to where I was starting to put things in the bathroom like blankets and pillows, and because I moved to the Leander area recently, and so I'm not exactly sure how the storms are tend to go around here. But thankfully, all we had was lots of lightning, heavy rain, and really high winds. But it was a little hairy there for a second.
I've got to say, though, you are the first DJ I've ever talked to that actually sent me a screenshot of the tornado warning of where you were. And you sent me your location and the storm. I was like, yeah, she's not going to be doing it tonight.
No.
So now we're finally here. So
yes, she will not be near electronics tonight.
That's right. Unless you have a power conditioner. But,
yeah, exactly.
Now we're here together, finally.
Yes,
we are finally
here. We are finally
here. So you can ask whatever you want.
Oh,
you can ask anything you want.
Excellent. So, of course, let us jump right into this fun show that is going to be taking place this Saturday, June 15th, at the Curtain Club here in Dallas, Texas. Do elaborate. I see that Advent is on the roster for the evening. So excited about that. How long has it been since you guys have hit the stage?
It's been, I want to say, we did a reunion about 5 years ago. So it's been 5 years.
Oh, wow. So it has
4 or 5 years.
So it has been a while since you guys. So it has
4 or 5 years.
So it has been a while since you guys have hit the stage. Now this should be a lot of fun. So just kind of give us an idea of well, first off, the show that, of course, is taking place, as many people know, the Curtain Club is closing. This is the last month that it is in operation, and we are all extremely sad about this because this is literally just kind of the end of an era for a lot of things.
To be honest, I can help you out on that one.
Yeah, certainly.
I've been doing music, everybody knows, professionally for about 21 years, and the very first radio interview, was with 97.1 back when Chaz did the local show. And my first ever radio interview was on the stage of the Curtain Club with Chaz back in the day.
Wow.
Stage of the Curtain Club with Chaz back in the day.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So that was 21 years ago.
So you have pretty much been with the Curtain Club from the very beginning.
Yes, we have.
That's crazy. Wow.
Absolutely. All three of my bands, I'm good friends with Clint, of course, Barlow from Trees and all that. But, he's a stand-up dude, class act, and he knows that Curtain Club means a lot to everybody, and especially, he played it, before he owned Trees and all that stuff. And, anybody that was anybody played Curtain Club, and it was the one club where it was kind of different from the rest in the fact that Trees was always bigger, obviously, occupancy wise and stuff. But Doug and, the whole staff made it real special by making, the by the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And it brought back some memories because I hadn't seen it for years. But,
Oh, wow.
you know, the Curtain Club has always been a place for everyone. You know, it was always the venue that would give you a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter if you were like, you know, just the next Corn or just trying to figure your stuff out. You know, you hadn't dialed it in yet. They'd still house you. You know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to miss it like crazy. Like, it's kind of weird because, you know, of the over 2 decades for that club, it's going to be missed.
Yes, it will, and it'll create with it gone. There's just going to be this big hole in Deep Ellum, and I'm so sad to hear that they're going to tear the building down and turn it into retail space. That just saddens me to no end.
Wow, you're ahead of me. Are they really doing that?
That is what I have been told, unfortunately, from good sources. That is what I've been told, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just the day that, you know, what trees and bomb factory go, there just won't be any point to going to Deep Ellum anymore. Sadly,
well, you know,
I hope it.
There is one. There is one though. You got to remember, my boy JR, who owns Will Call.
Ah, yes.
That bar is not going anywhere. I actually
really. Is it truly not going anywhere, Will Call?
I'm pretty sure from what I've heard from him, like the last time I talked to him, you know, he's doing his bar. But, you know, things could have changed. I've been busy. He's been busy.
Okay.
But, you know, he just opened his bar, you know, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, because I know it was Liquid Lounge, and then they
just opened his bar, you know, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, because I know it was Liquid Lounge, and then they completely renovated it and made it this awesome little Will Call. It was just awesome. I love it.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to be wearing a Will Call shirt at the show.
Nice. Yes, I need to get my hands on some curtain swag before it's all gone. I know they were working on getting some merchandise.
Yeah, and JR, he you know, he's in Stairview, and I actually produced his first record when he was in a band called Tension when we came out. And, you know, we've been friends ever since. So, you know, I hope his bar is going to stay open. But, you know, sorry, JR, but we can't talk about you anymore because we got to talk about the show.
Yes, we do. So, do tell the lineup. This is an absolutely badass lineup. So you guys are playing. It's going to be South FM and Loaded Moses, and I know I'm
Bless the Broken.
Bless the Broken. Yes, thank you. That was the other one I was missing. But yeah, all of these Deep Ellum bands, Dallas bands that are just coming back. It's amazing.
Well, you know what's crazy is it's actually like even more of a special night now because Right on Red's playing, and Josh, the guitar player Right on Red, was the bass player of Anchored for over 2.5 years. So he and I have toured the world together, and you know, we would have them open up for us, like when we did our Texas tour, and you know, great dudes, Ryan and Josh, they rock.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a family affair as well, you know, between the bands on stage and all that. And like, for example, the singer of Loaded Moses sings for Josh from there's too many Joshes, but Josh from Advent, his new band Erstwhile, the singer of Loaded Moses is his singer. So like all the bands are kind of like crisscrossed, and it's gonna be cool, but it's gonna be sad. But I think we'll get through it like Dimebag style and Vinny.
There you go.
Yeah. Get back some Black Tooth and some White Fangs and say goodbye to a beautiful place.
Yes.
But make sure and kick ass, you know.
Exactly, and I'm sure. So, can you give us an idea of the Advent set, or is that top secret?
The Advent set?
Yes. Tunes you will be playing during said
You know me.
night.
You know me. I'm an open book, but I can tell you this. I always have to leave a little bit of stuff because you know, otherwise you guys are going to know the whole show before we even play it. So you're definitely going to hear some old stuff like the classics. You're going to hear some all the bands that are done a different way. You know, so it's going to be, it's a really cool set. I mean, all the bands on the bill have 40 minutes, and that's why we picked our set time kind of like before everybody, like right when everybody's getting their buzz on, you know, instead of closing it out. Nothing to take away from everybody else. It's just we were fortunate enough to pick our slot time, and we just wanted to go on at 9:30 and kick ass for right before warming it up for South FM and Blessed Broken. So with that being said, both bands are two different sounds, and that's why we're gonna try to be that little full, like, you know, like seasoning instead of just salt and pepper.
Nice.
We're gonna try to be a really good seasoning segue, if that makes sense, for them, like for Paco to take over and sing his beautiful voice that he has, you know, and he's a really good guy too.
Oh yes, of course he is. We love the Estrada tone.
That's right. But we are, you know, it's been a lot of years.
Estrada tone.
That's right. But we are, you know, it's been a lot of years. Like Advent was, you know, back in the day, we thanks to 97.1 The Eagle and you know, Robert Miguel back in the day, and Cindy and everybody, you know, they helped us to where literally, like on our CD release party, we just put up the Circle A and the date, and it sold out. And
wow,
you know, it was they helped us become a brand in a way, if you know what I mean. And so I know a lot of, you know, 97.1 people are going to be there. So I mean, it's going to be like and my son's coming and my oldest daughter.
All right.
So it's going to be a big family affair, you know. And then we're going to see you and you know.
And Iceberg is also going to be there as well. So the
yeah,
Renegade
I can't wait
crew
to see
will
Iceberg.
be. Yes, it's probably been a while since you've seen Berg. I think the last time was when we all went to the Anchored show in Dallas. I think that was for Feel Never Real's CD release a long time ago. That was that was ages.
Yeah,
that was at Trees. That was ages ago. God, that was ages
yeah,
ago.
well, me and the Berg go way, way, way back.
Ah, yes.
You know? and you, of course. But you know, he would always come to every show and show nothing but love. And you know, I've mentioned you know, y'all on radio station. I've mentioned you know, y'all on radio stations all across the country.
Yay,
you know.
we appreciate that, Brandon. We've
no,
mentioned you
guys are
everywhere
real.
you get. Well, yes, of course we are.
But there's not that, you know as well as I do, that there's not that many people left, like as far as in radio and the industry, that are like completely real. They just love the music and want to have good things happen for everybody instead of, you know, trying to steal stuff and all that. So,
exactly.
So I have to give y'all props where props are due, and you guys definitely deserve like 4 horns.
Thanks. And Advent, of course, and you definitely deserve like 50 horns. So,
thank you.
You know, you've always been just kind of a staple in the Dallas indie music scene and many other indie music scenes throughout. So we appreciate music and giving us a reason to have shows every evening on the radio and broadcast it out all over the internet airwaves. So
well,
great music like that.
I couldn't do it without you or the people listening. So, you
That's
know,
true.
You guys get all the props on that.
Oh yeah, and you two don't sell yourself short. You know, you also get props for making great stuff. So
I don't. It's not that I sell myself short. It's just that I'm a very loud, you know, person, but I'm very humble too. And like obviously, you know, I have a song with Snoop Dogg, and you know, he's an OG, and the ongoing joke is I always say, well, I'm the SG, and he doesn't know what an SG is anyway, but you know, like guitar wise, Angus Young, but I say, no, I'm an SG, Southern gentleman.
Exactly.
And,
exactly.
but you asked earlier, I'll let you know. The only person that is not going to be there, like out of the band, like the original, like out of the band, like the original lineup is our drummer Josh Hissom. But we, like, I think it was about 2 years in, year and a half in, Jay Sonic took over from a band called Zero Story. If you guys remember them, they won Metal Album of the Year back in the day. And so Sonic has been our drummer ever since. And so it's going to be Sonic on drums. It's going to be old Vern on the bass, just like always. It's going to be Josh and Derek Sanders on guitars, the brothers, and then me. So, I mean, it's Advent.
Nice.
It's all this. There's no new guys or any of that kind of stuff. So we're going to throw down like the way that we used to, except better.
Awesome. So you mentioned the phrase new songs. Do elaborate on that. Do I sense some new music from Advent soon?
I will go on. I've already gone on record, but I'll do it again.
Okay.
You're definitely going to hear a new Advent record. For sure.
All right.
Me and the boys are talking, and obviously, there's been years that have passed, and I stuck on the road. You know what I mean, and kept playing and stuff, and never give up. I'll never give up. I mean, Dimebag told me, his line, keep on keeping on, and so we have some talks. Like hopefully I can get at least 3/5, because a lot of people have kids now, and so Advent will continue, and I've already said that everybody will be, the band right now will be the one that records the album no matter what. So you will get an Advent record, and then it might be, that there might be some different players down the road. I hope not.
Yeah, we hope not either, but,
So, say it again. So when the guys hear this radio, they're going to be like, yeah, all right. I'm going to stay the course.
Yes.
But, no, I mean, there's just something about the five of us that has always, you and Berg know this, like, the brothers playing together their whole lives, and match, like doing harmonies on guitars, it's incredible.
There's nothing, nothing that will ever match that, those harmonies and just those two just reading off of each other.
The only thing that I, and I don't mean this to sound, bragging, and I do feel that we created a sound. And, it was everybody all together that created that sound. But we did actually create a sound. I mean, that's what most bands set out to do. And, everybody knows, like, at least in Texas and, well, a lot of states, back in the day, Advent, we play all kinds of stuff. We'll play a Rip Your Face Off song, and then we'll play a soft song, but there's just a sound that can never be duplicated unless it's those two dudes. And, I love them both. Derek just had twins, so
oh wow.
I don't think he's gonna be coming out for the other stuff, but Sonic's actually playing drums for Ank coming up next month. So it's cool. It's a big family, and I just hope that the guys stick around. And we've always been a tight knit group, and like I said, we have a sound, and I love that sound, and I getting to rehearse it all the time now, and like seeing the old faces come back and us just jamming. Like we all talk about how, like, when we were kids, I mean, we were young, and it's just fun. Like it's a breath of fresh air for all of us to come in and jam together, and like we've all gotten better at what we do because we actually care, even if they're not on the road per se, everybody was always working on their crafts, always. And it's going to be a fantastic show. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as wise and everything, we're at the top of our game. And,
all right.
So we're ready to send the club off with one hell of a show. Like I know that they are, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, 210%.
Mm-hmm. We are very much looking forward to witnessing this. And not only is it going to be recorded using an HD camera that Iceberg as well as Mike will be using, or actually manning, I will also be live streaming it. So if you can't physically make it to Curtain Club the night of the main event on June the 15th, you can tune in to RenegadeRadio.net and hear not only Advent's set, but you can also hear South FM as well as Right on Red. It is going to be 15th. You can tune in to RenegadeRadio.net and hear not only Advent's set, but you can also hear South FM as well as Right on Red. It is going to be amazing. You do not want to miss this. And thanks to Curtain Club. Curtain Club was definitely one of, it was a home base for us, especially with live streams and, with even just shows in general. They were always very open.
Remember? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
You remember when, like, back in the day, like, it was either, no matter where a show was, like whether it was trees or, you want to go back to the old days, like Deep Ellum Live, which is now Bomb Factory and stuff. But all the bands would always come, stop in Curtain Club, Everybody would. Like, I want to say it was like a stapler instead of just a staple. The outdoor patio, and they were cool where they put like the whole calendar out on the wall.
Yes, that was always so unique. I loved that. They didn't just put it on a little billboard or a digital sign. They hand freaking painted it. Yeah, every single couple of weeks or every single month or so, they would always change it out and hand freaking paint it.
It was every month, and there was only one other club that I ever played in Denton called Rick's Place. A lot of y'all would know that from like the Slow Roosevelt days and my old band Carb, but they did that, and like people would go out and they had that. It was just cool. Like it wasn't like a huge patio, and I'm a huge Nirvana fan, and the best way that I can describe Curtain Club, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't matter who was playing. It didn't matter what style, whether it was Reverend Horton Heat or like Big Iron or, Advent or Bless the Broken or whoever.
Yeah.
It was always Come As You Are.
Exactly.
And, like people that listened to Beck were hanging out with guys that listened to Deicide, It was just like a social music club
it was a big melting pot. It didn't matter what genres you were into. You just hung out at Curtain Club. And if you wanted to know who were the hottest bands in Dallas at the time, all you have to do is look at the walls at Curtain and take a look at all the plaques. That is the entire, basically the entire roster right there of Dallas area bands, and then some. I mean,
I'll tell you this.
Yes.
I don't know.
Then some. I mean,
I'll tell you this.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember this, but the night that Advent got their plaque, I walked in on like sound check, and Doug would always have it set up, on the stage, like kind of leaning on a monitor, before they hung it and stuff. For like your plaque show. When we got the plaque and the crowd was there and we all held it up, we each got to hold it and all that. I actually cried.
It really is. It is one of the big things, and I would call it maybe like a big Oh gosh, a big marker in any band's career in Dallas is that's usually a band's goal is to get a plaque on Curtain Club wall and have a big ass plaque show.
Yep, and I think the best way I can describe it is this: pretty simple. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, biggest trees or bomb factory, any of that stuff, but it would just pack out, sardine packed. And like, it was like, well, I'm sure you remember I grew up in like London, and I used to go to like all the big festivals and like the little clubs in London, like huge bands from America come and play in like these little clubs. And it was the same type of vibe at Curtain Club, because you could go in and some nights they'd have the upstairs closed because they wanted to chill. Other nights it was like, I mean, last time we played there, Doug was very graceful. Thank you, Doug, for not killing me and still letting me do this farewell show. But I invited the audience on stage when we did Blame to close out, and there was about 50 people on stage, and
nice.
I got the Doug look. You know the Doug look. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he flipped me off too. But cheers to Doug on that one, man. Hey,
he must be flipping off mad Mexicans every time they play, because every single time they end their set, they get everybody who's anybody on the stage. I have yet to see a mad Mexican show that hasn't happened.
The thing is, I'm like, even the guys have been asking me like, you're not gonna invite the whole crowd on.
Well,
stage
why
again,
not?
And to be honest, I said, well, they're closing, so why not?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're closing.
But then, like, you got to have respect for the other bands. They're still South FM. They're still Blessed and Broken.
Exactly.
And there's still many more shows. And I don't want to mess up anybody's stuff, because
yeah, that's true.
This is it's a farewell month to like one of the greatest clubs on earth, and anybody's stuff, because
yeah, that's true.
This is it's a farewell month to like one of the greatest clubs on earth, and I'm not gonna wreck it for anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, indeed, true. That's very honorable of you, sir. Although it is very tempting now.
Oh my God, it's
very
great.
Tempting.
It was actually very expensive, because the last time it happened, one of the I was holding my microphone, and everybody was like moshing on the stage.
Oh,
and this
no!
guy bumped into the microphone and chipped like off half of 2 of my teeth.
Oh,
geez. And so I told Doug that later. I said,
shit.
"Hey, I lost. If you think about it, I lost half each, so I lost a tooth for you, dude. You got to be nice."
Oh God!
And I'm pretty sure I still got the finger from Doug, but then I think I got a hug too. So it was good.
Yay!
You know how Doug is.
Oh yes, of
Doug's
course.
always run that club like really well, and the thing is that the reason, like how you talk about and I talk about, like what I call the Ring of Honor. Because Curtain Club's kind of like a ring, but like all the plaques and stuff. He would always, like, no matter what, like, he didn't care if you pushed the envelope. You know what I mean? Like a lot of club owners, they worry about like their speakers and their cables and all that, but he would let you get away with a lot. But if you got the middle finger, you knew you were family. And you were a little bit in trouble, but I have to kind of roast him, because, I've known Curtin forever, so, and him. So, it really is sad shit at the same time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guarantee you there's, the floor will be wet, like I've talked to like fans that, they're going to every single farewell show, every one of them.
Yep. I wish I could try to go to more. If I lived in Dallas, I would be going to. I would be doing that every single weekend. But I'm gonna try to make it for
Dallas,
the last.
I'd be there every night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. I would too. Every single night they had a show this last month, I'd be there. whether I had to work the next day or not. But I really want to try to make it for, like the next, either this following weekend or the next weekend, but we'll see. We will see,
Well,
but at least I can do one final live stream there,
yeah,
and it's with family members, which is even better.
Yeah,
and it's with family members, which is even better. And so I'm really psyched about this, but sad because with us, we're losing our home base for live streams because they have always been so gracious with us on that.
Renegade
and
Radio,
Chad has been
forever.
Yeah, and we love them forever. It's just Chad is always been my favorite sound guy to work with. He's always been so helpful and always provided lots of, little hints as well as bits of advice whenever I'm streaming, and has always given me my little area upstairs. And, usually I'm up there just kind of chilling out, hanging out. I feel like I have the best seat in the house when I'm up there. I've always, and the sound in that room has always been amazing.
That's what's going to piss me off the most. They turn that shit into a retail thing.
Oh, I know.
Dude, that room, Curtain Club has always been known for sound.
Yes, it has.
The sound was always top notch.
Mm-hmm.
National quality.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't know if people out there know. I don't know if people know how the national scene works, but if you're the first band, you go on, you're at a certain volume. Next band's a little louder. Next band's a little louder.
Mm-hmm.
Next band, then the headliner is like boom.
Yeah.
And Curtain Club was always good about they still followed protocol, but they started at say where other clubs started at 2. So,
Mm-hmm.
You always knew you were going to get, what you're going to get. But what I'm really hoping is, and I'm pretty sure, because Josh, my guitar player in Advent, he's already done his show with Erstwhile, and he said that it's just even keel.
Yeah.
So they're not doing like the first band softest, volume wise and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They're just these farewell shows. Everybody's going to get headliner, sound, and
nice.
And it's going to be great. So, like I said, I can't be more stoked to be a part of it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just the quality of the live streams that we've been getting off of that main board over the years. Those have always been the best ones. They are the highest quality, and they, it's just like every single time we live stream a band set, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Let's cut up the songs and throw them into the 24/7 stream. And, we always replay it because it's just such great sound. It's like I think I was there last month for a show, and oh my God, I sometimes I save them, I burn them onto CDs, and I just throw them in my car and listen to them in my car, and I'm just like, this is the best stuff. It's so great. The sound is amazing.
I'll let you in on a little secret back in the day, and I'm sure they continued to do it, where I didn't abandon Dallas, because Dallas has always been like my place, but I was touring all around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, Curtain Club was, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know this, but speaking on how good the sound is and all that, that is where so many national showcases for national record labels happen. On off days, like a Tuesday night, they would, Roadrunner Records would be there showcasing, Faction or
mm-hmm.
whoever, and that's a testament to their sound, to where, when you have, the top of the top,
uh-huh.
rec execs showing up to this little club called Curtain Club, to showcase the band that they're going to spend a lot of money on. That's a testament right there that their sound is dead on. It's almost like playing in the studio. Almost.
Yep, I agree. I completely
and
agree.
With you with you filming this, it's gonna rock because you're filming history. You really are filming history.
We are. You're exactly right. We are filming history and we're recording history, and we've got lots of that stuff over the years that we definitely need to make sure we archive and get into the highest quality possible so that, future generations can go, that was Curtain Club. I wish I could have been around. I wish it was around to see it and witness it.
We're actually in talks right now with one of our favorite video guys, but he's going to film the show as well from all angles, and we're going to, kind of, what I'm thinking of is kind of like a Christmas thing, like Christmas time. We're going to compile like a bunch of stuff, have that show as like old stuff, kind of like a live record,
there you go, yeah.
Kind of like, but like, what I'm talking about, like the Sliver Nirvana box set where it's like just live shows, or like how Pearl Jam did all those live shows.
Yeah, like your regular CD as well as all the extra live stuff, videos, all that stuff, music videos, things like that.
But they're all going to be from Curtain. So
all right,
we have so much footage of Curtain Club through the years and so many recordings. And then to have it shot by you guys, to have it shot by, which I'm sure, are you guys going to do like a DVD or something?
We usually Berg has very, very high-end equipment, big HD camera. He and Mike are absolute gurus when it comes to this stuff. Mike has, very fancy equipment, so high-end equipment, big HD camera. He and Mike are absolute gurus when it comes to this stuff. Mike has, very fancy equipment, so typically, we obviously you guys will get copies of it. I'll make sure that you guys get copies of it so you guys can do whatever the heck you want with it. Typically, we just we put it on YouTube for all to stream, but if you guys want to use this for something else, and it's, good quality, and which it will be good quality, but we'll be happy to give you guys copies of it. I mean, we're not going to obviously sell it or anything, but it's just, you know us, Brandon. We do all this for fun because we love the music and we like to help bands out. We make absolutely no money on this, so.
Yeah, what I was actually asking was not really like about a collage of stuff, like of all the bands, not just us.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Like, we care about everybody.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Like, all the local bands, boys, and our friends,
I can definitely see a special show happening before the end of this month. I can certainly get all of that together. I'm going to have to dig through the archives and, you're giving me a very good idea, sir.
That's why I'm here,
collecting.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. I should talk to you more often.
Hey, remember, you know my number now. You have my personal number.
I do.
And you can call me whenever you want to.
All right. Sounds good. I will hold you to that.
Or
even text you, hey.
Mm-hmm.
You in the studio right now? No, I'm kidding. You in the studio right now? No, I'm kidding.
This has been a weird time for me, obviously losing my grandparents and then having, both bands, like now I have two bands again, not again, but for the first time, but it's like, I'm back in the saddle again, but I have two bands and everything is just happening for a reason, it feels like. And, it's like it's really hard to describe, but it just feels right. Like everything feels right now. So, it's going to be fun. There will be, obviously a new anchor record as well, but it's going to be an acoustic record.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to actually unplug. My goal was to do kind of like what Alice in Chains did with Rotten Apples and Sap, where they did, where they did acoustic records. But I'm going to turn down Anchored, in that sense. But Advent's going to come back like very, very heavy, and I have a working title for the new album. So would you like to hear what it might be called?
Of course, yes.
It's like what it might be called, but I think it's cool as hell. It's called Brutal and Beautiful.
Ooh, I like it. The alliteration there. Then those two words together, that's very nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like a yin and yang, but that's, going back to like the sound. I mean, that's, I've always maintained like, I got to have the honor of auditioning for Damage Plan with Vinny and Dime and Drowning Pool and all that stuff. But I grew up on heavy stuff. And my two idols I based my voice off of were Phil Anselmo and Kevin Martin from Candlebox. And, so I try to sing, as you know, like in Advent, but also let out the monster. So it is kind of brutal and beautiful,
I like it. I like it a lot. Hopefully you stick with that and it doesn't end up being something else.
Well, that's awesome because you are now the second person to say, dude, yes, that's a good name.
Oh, well, good. Hopefully more people will tell you that and then the title will stick.
Well, hey, I need you to do me a favor and say, Josh, Derek, Vernon, and Sonic, Brutal and Beautiful kicks ass.
Okay. Other Advent crew, Brutal and Beautiful kicks ass. There you have it.
Thank you. Thank you.
There, because RenegadeRadio.net said so.
You guys have been with us since we started. I mean, shit.
Yep, we have.
It's been that long, and we're all still 27.
Yes, you are.
But no, you are too. All of us, like anybody, we're just gonna be forever 27.
Yeah, I like that. Just have anniversaries of our 27th birthday. We'll never get old. We will always have the kid in us come out, and we'll never grow up. We don't want to grow up. We're Toys R Us kids.
And I do not forget that old Berg was with me back, way back when. And, that's why, like, when I wrote you back, when I missed those interviews, I was like, I am so sorry. Back, way back when. And, that's why, like, when I wrote you back, when I missed those interviews, I was like, I am so sorry.
It's all good. Remember, you family, so we'll forgive you the mea culpa this time.
I know. I loved your text. Your text actually, so your fans can hear how you actually talk off radio. Your text was very, very clear, and you said your exact words were, I will forgive you this time. Third time's a charm. You better call me on this one.
Yep.
You made it sound very, very, like, you kind of jumped my ass a little bit, which I loved. So that's cool. But see, the thing is,
we're still 27. We still have good memories. Come on.
Yeah, but see, you're beautiful and brutal as well. You didn't kill me for missing. So I thank you for that.
Nope, haven't killed you. We don't want to kill you because we need you to continue to make great music, sir.
I owe you guys at least. I talked to my wife and I said I owe everybody at least 10 more albums.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So, which band it comes from, you never know. I mean, 2, it could be 5 each, but I'm never gonna stop, like, and
yes, like Ozzy, you're not gonna stop. You're just gonna continue and just be pickled.
I did want to bring up one thing since it's kind of a somber note, but since you brought up or we brought up drowning pool and stuff, Dave Williams. So I'll never forget this. Unfortunately, he passed away. Everybody knows that. And I won the stage award that year. They only gave it out once, and it was Dave's award. But at the Curtain Club, I'll never forget this. I never got to meet Dave, like hug him and shake hands and stuff, but we knew who each other were. And we were playing a show at the Curtain Club, and Dave Williams sent up Jaeger bombs to the stage. And I'll never forget him looking at me and throwing up, like his rock horns. And he just mouthed the words like, "I'll see you when I get back." So I also want to play this show for Dave, because Dave was a monumental guy, in the Dallas scene and all across the world. I mean, even in American wars, led the bodies of the war. But I just wanted to mention him because he's one of the fallen heroes that will be there. I think he'll always reside right around that area. Hop in and say hi every once in a while, just because he was the stage. So I think that he needs to be mentioned in this. And the rest of the guys in DP, I love them all. And I know they're playing the farewell, so the final farewell. So it's gonna be awesome. And we're just gonna keep going.
Yep,
so.
Exactly. Yep, it'll be great. I'm really hoping I can make it for especially that last weekend. We'll see. But I know the one of the last shows, or the last show, is sold out, unfortunately. I think that's the Drowning Pool show that's sold out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to actually honestly have to look, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Dang it.
Yeah, and they will sell out.
Oh yes, if they haven't already. So word to the wise folks, if you have not gotten tickets to any of the final Curtain Club shows, you better get them now, because they are going fast. They're either sold out or they are low tickets. So get your tickets now.
Okay, so since you said that, if you go go on Facebook, mine is Brandan Narrell, which is BrandanNarrell, Narrell. I have 12 discounted tickets left. You can also go to Advent Band Dallas, and we have Advent. The rest of the guys have probably about the same left. The show is going to sell out, obviously, but instead of 15 at the door, you can get them from us for 10. And then basically just go on my Facebook, message me, and I'll send you the PayPal information, and your tickets will be waiting at the door. You save, $5 each. So,
there you go.
Save a lot of money.
Yep. You can buy some drinks while you're there with those $5.
Yep. But I do have to say, they end at midnight on Friday, so you can't get after midnight day after, or actually tomorrow, since we're technically doing this on Thursday.
Yes, exactly.
So get them before midnight, because otherwise you got to pay an extra $5. But what's $5 when you're closing out one of the best clubs?
Exactly.
Ever?
Exactly. That's absolutely nothing compared to, just the memories and what the show that you will experience and the shows that you will experience in that club. Because it's not only is it amazing bands that are on stage, but the sound, like we were saying, in that room is like none other. Chad and the rest of the music and the sound crew there just know their room so well. They know its quirks, they know their equipment, and it just sounds like, oh.
Well, and I will say this to add to that, not taking anything away from the guys, obviously.
Yeah.
But I know that every band that's playing these shows, you're going to get their best shows because
yes, of course.
Everybody's bringing their A game, or should I say C game for the Curtain Club.
Yes, there you go.
And so, any of the bands that you love back in the day, or, whatever bands, you're going to get to see them at their best, I promise. And Advent, of course, I can speak for all of us. We're going to tear the stage in half for you and give Curtain Club a great send-off.
Yep, indeed. But don't physically break it because the other bands do need to play that night. So
that is right. That is right.
With that caveat, you can metaphorically break the stage and kick everybody's ass, but don't break the stage physically. Okay?
That's right. And you have my word. You have my word.
Okay, physically. Okay.
That's right. And you have my word. You have my word.
Okay.
And Doug, you have my word too. Don't put me off.
Oh, well, thank you, sir, so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time out of
thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. No, thank you for coming on and for this, for the third time's a charm to finally work.
Hey, hopefully I came through.
Yes, you did. You did. You did a great job. Well done, sir. And of course, as usual, don't be a stranger. Whenever you have anything to promote and you just want to talk or vent, by all means, the door and the phone lines are open, sir. Don't hesitate.
I will give you my word. I will give you my word right now on radio that I'm going to send you everything that I do new. I'm going to send you, and you can do it.
Discography right here, whether it be Anchored, whether it be Advent, whether it be any of the other bands that you've done in the past, solo if you got it, it'll be right here on RenegadeRadio.net.
Well.
Oh, well, there you go. See?
But the thing is, I couldn't do it without my boys. So, it's not just the BN show. I mean, it's everybody. So,
true that.
I love all my guys, every band that I've ever been in. I love them all. So, and I love all the bands. I mean, I love everybody. That's just the way I am. So
we love you too, Brandan.
Well, thank you, and thank you for forgiving me. That's the last time. I've apologized like 85 times. So
yes, I know. And yes, we forgive you for the 85th time. So it's all good.
Yep. Hey, that's just the way I am. I was raised right. That's the way I am. I was raised right. I gotta apologize